Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Aries. Aries, this is going to be an energy shift reading for Mercury Retrograde, which is happening on January 30th through February 21st. Now, when Mercury is retrograde, it always deals with a purge and an upgrade to the throat chakra, communication, and short distance travel. So we need to be more conscious of how we communicate and our mental focus. It can feel chaotic, but we just have to be more careful with travel plans, contracts, emails. And so we're being asked to take extra time to make sure there's clear understanding between you and anybody else. This Mercury retrograde is taking place in Aquarius, which rules the 11th house of friendships and groups. So there may be frustrations in your interpersonal world, so it is recommended that we take this time to go within. All right, Aries, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a comment and also ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates whenever I upload new content, which I do quite frequently. Also, feel free to check out the description box for ways to get a private reading. And if you like the decks that I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance for you guys. So Aries, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's see what messages come through for my dearest Aries for Mercury retrograde. Messages for Aries, please. All right, so what this retrograde will bring into your life, Six of Swords, beautiful. What aspect of your life is being most affected? Wow, look at that, King of Swords. All right, how you can minimize any damage or negative results of this retrograde, the Magician. What lessons need to be learned, Ace of Wands. What part of your past do you need to reflect on to heal and aid you on this journey, Four of Pentacles. And your outcome energy, ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right, Aries. Overall energy, we have the Six of Cups. So this is a really beautiful, sweet energy. Now, this could be about happiness, about joy, about innocence, but as many of you may know, this is one of our soulmate cards, and this is about a beautiful, happy reunion. I'm also noticing here that we have two sixes coming through here. So 6 is a Venusian number. It's about love. It's about balance. There's something really beautiful being brought back into your life with this Mercury retrograde, Aries. And for many of you, it's about love and romance. Okay, so we see the Six of Swords, what Mercury retrograde is bringing back. This is a beautiful transition, and for many of you, I'm seeing a partnership. So if you guys have been in separation, if you've had an argument, if you've been single, I feel like you're getting peace of mind. And many of you, it absolutely is a reconciliation. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, a family issue. It could be one of your children coming home or you going home to visit your parents. So really, guys, take it as it resonates. But the aspect of your life that's going to be most affected by this retrograde, you get the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a beautiful energy about truth, about justice, about authenticity. And you can see he's got this royal purple color, which is about healing. But it's also elevating you. You're going to feel like royalty because everything is completely aligned. The heart, the mind, your spirit. For many of you, this is a spiritual connection. This is your soulmate. This is what you've been wanting. For some of you, it may be talks of marriage or taking things to a higher commitment or a higher level of commitment, like moving in together, being monogamous. For many of you as well, it could also be something really positive happening within the court system or the justice system. So something being resolved and really going in your favor, and that may have to do with your children. I love that energy because the King of Swords, when he's not in the shadow energy, he's just, he's truthful, he's generous, he's knowledgeable, he's wise. Now, how you can minimize any damage or negative results of this retrograde, we do have the Magician showing up here. So this is my Mercury retrograde card, especially this side of the card. We see here he has the Tree of Life, him being the artist, the orchestrator of all of the things that are happening, as within, so without. So again, you're coming into alignment with your truth. You're coming into balance, which is bringing you this good fortune, this beautiful energy, this reconciliation, this soulmate, this happiness, this bliss, this joy. All right. This is also a reminder, again, to pay attention to your thoughts and your words. What you think, what you dream, what you imagine really can come to pass. And we see that, we're seeing that, the positive results of being in alignment here. Okay, but it is a reminder here to pay attention to Mercury retrograde, issues that you might experience with, right now in Aquarius, with friendships and groups, okay, that there could be miscommunications. There could be, and especially when we see the Magician on this side, it's about really making sure everybody's on the same page. And also anything that you see or you hear, or even that you say, or anything that's communicated, make sure that there's an understanding here, because there is a possibility for, this can be a card of trickery, but I don't feel like it's intentional trickery. I feel like it's, a play with words, or a joke that might get misunderstood, or a message that, you didn't understand the tone, or, if you change the punctuation in a sentence, it can change the meaning, that sort of thing. So just to be really aware of that, okay? What lessons need to be learned? We have the Ace of Wands. This is beautiful energy. So this is a card of either the sun going down or the sun coming up. But regardless, however this might look for you, it's awesome. It's a new beginning. There's passion. There's growth. The divine had a hand in this just as much as you do with that Magician card. Your magic and co-creation with spirit is what's making this all come true, Aries. Now, what part of the past that you need to reflect on in order to heal and aid in your journey? This is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles can be a card of being a miser, or holding on, being too rigid in your thought process, or holding on to someone or something that no longer serves you, needing to give in order to receive. And what I love about this is, I see Aries, you guys opening up to receive help. I also see you guys opening up to receive love or reconciliation, especially after a period of struggle, especially after a period of strife and difficulties and challenges. So you're learning to let go as well with this Four of Pentacles, and really sort of step into the flow, and also allow for co-creation, because a lot of us feel like if we accept help, and this is from other people, from loved ones, from your boss, your coworkers, from spirit, it means somehow that we're weak, or we are vulnerable, and you're learning that that's just not the case. Okay. Now, the outcome of this period, we get the King of Pentacles. So many of you guys are creating and sitting on a huge amount of wealth. We see that here with the Four of Pentacles. This is about stability and really having a nest egg. So if you guys are here about business, or about, starting a business, or about wealth, I definitely see that in your cards. Because what we're seeing here with the King of Pentacles is that he's somebody who's very generous. He's somebody that people come to for advice and for help themselves, but he always makes sure that he has enough for himself, for his family. He's never going to deplete his resources. He's always going to look out for himself. He's always going to show up for himself first and foremost, okay? He's not an overgiver. He's very generous. Now that might sound a little bit weird, but in order to help others, in order to continue on this journey on his soul's path, he and his people, he and his tribe, his loved ones, his family, his colleagues, I'm not really colleagues, but I'm getting, if you're like the boss of a business, his people have to be taken care of first and foremost. And that's a beautiful energy, okay? Because sometimes we forget that. All right, because I feel like you're being very, very generous at this time. All right, this is also an energy of commitment. So for those of you, this is a love relationship. I see, maybe talking about marriage, moving in together, maybe even starting a family, because the King of Pentacles is that stability, that whether you're male or female, that a partner wants in order to create something and to grow. Beautiful energy, Aries. Really, really beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through. Ooh, and for some of you guys, this is reconciliation, okay? And it could be with an earth sign, okay? Or maybe you have earth in your chart. I'm also seeing Virgo and Gemini energy. But there's a passionate new beginning here for you as well. And it's almost like divine timing. If there were delays and frustrations in the past, so we can see that sometimes with the Magician energy, you're going to understand why the time is now, why things happen, in the divine order in which they do. All right, so we get the Angel of Strength, number 5. Definitely you've been through some challenges. It's taken courage to get you where you are. You're also very divinely protected here, Aries, and you have what it takes. This for me is that solar plexus chakra, okay, about security. It's about willpower, about your own identity. Your determination has gotten you this far. The Temple Path, number 12, breaking down to a 3. Beautiful. This is about being divinely protected and guided. You're also answering your soul's calling. Some of you guys are really sort of philanthropic, helping other people, being very, there's energy of generosity is really coming through. So whether you guys are helping, your spouse, your children, your family, your friends, or if you're sort of doing more humanitarian efforts, and this is something that your soul has been calling you to do, this is absolutely gonna be huge for you. And that's why we're getting this reminder card here, though, as we're sort of helping others. Some of you guys might be like, you might be influencers, giving other people shout outs, that type of thing. Whatever it is, in some capacity, my Aries, you guys are really uplifting and helping others. And that's why this King of Pentacles energy is coming through as a reminder that, you need to look out for yourself first. Okay, and where you may not have done that before, that's the lesson that you've learned, and there's absolutely no harm in doing that. And also sort of this energy of, if I help uplift others, it's going to help me as well. So it's almost like you're leaving behind any sort of idea of competition, because you've gotten to a place where what other people do doesn't really bother you or doesn't really affect you. It's like this very high status. It's about success, being really confident in what you do, and not being threatened by anybody else. And this could be in love, competition for a love interest or what have you. Adjacent possibilities. So this came out for Pisces. It's been a long and difficult journey, but it doesn't matter how you've gotten here. I mean, of course it does, because you've learned a lot of lessons along the way, but the point is, Aries, you got here. 24 breaking down to a 6. So now you have 3 6s coming out. Balance, harmony, love, compassion. You've been through a lot. Spirit has got your back. Your angels and your guides are around you. You have the strength and the courage, that inner burning fire to get this done. And we get broken heart, number 9. So it hasn't been without loss. It hasn't been without heartbreak. Aries, I feel as if your story is really sort of complete. You've been through it all. But you're also understanding why certain things didn't work out. Remember, Mercury retrograde really shows us why certain energies were taken away from us, or situations had to come to an end so that we could bring about something better. Beautiful. We get the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So I am getting a really humanitarian energy off of this reading from my dear Aries, because Metatron is one of the angels who actually had a human existence before ascension. So Metatron is really, really connected to human suffering. So again, some of you guys are working on a, major humanitarian effort. Others of you, you're just uplifting people around you. Many of you guys, you might have like a rags to riches story. Some of you guys, this might be in love. You might have been through like abuse or divorce, or, very difficult emotional traumas when it comes to love and relationships or family matters. And you guys are using that, transmuting that wisdom here with the Magician to help others. This is also answering your soul's calling. It's divinely guided. You're being able to see clearly your path forward, and it's going to be very, very positive. And it may be something that, some of you guys might be shifting your careers as well. Okay, some of you, I just got, you may be coming into contact with somebody through that humanitarian effort if you're looking for love. Somebody who may have been through some similar trials and tribulations that you have. Okay, maybe not similar backgrounds, but you guys have been through or experienced some sort of similar trauma or heartache or upset. Or you're meeting this person in some sort of charity event, okay? Interesting. I don't normally get messages like that, but it's almost, and I'm seeing this adjacent possibilities. You guys have had very adjacent experiences, and you're coming together because your paths are crossing, in some sort of philanthropic, humanitarian, some sort of act of generosity. Again, it could be just like picking up someone's, someone dropped their apples on the floor in the grocery store, and you pick them up for them. Take it how it resonates, guys. All right, we get speak out, communicate, and solve the conflicts. Yeah. So I feel as if, this energy is about just that Mercury retrograde, about clear communication. And I think also some of you guys with this resolve conflicts, It could be a reconciliation here, something that left you quite heartbroken, because the Six of Cups is about coming together. The Six of Swords is about moving on. Now, it could be finding closure, okay? Or it could be coming back together with someone, but the importance of really sort of talking that out, heart-to-heart conversations. And then we get free will. Get out of your cocoon. Yeah, Aries, it's time to shine. It absolutely is, because what you've been through and, the wisdom, what you've learned on this journey is giving you the strength and the courage to do something different, to take a risk. And you're going to see some really positive results because of that. Okay. All right, I'm going to read from, this is the Pegasus Oracle. It's a new deck for me by Alana Fairchild. I don't know why I say that, Alana Fairchild. I am going to read from the book because I don't want to miss any of the messages. They've been so beautiful in the other readings. All right, we get Pegasus, the Water Guardian, number 15. So interesting, I got this card for myself today. So number 15, that can be devil energy in the major arcana of the tarot, about leaving behind, anything that might be negative, or anything that might be toxic for you. But this Pegasus brings us the message that something meaningful and divinely destined is gestating within the soul. For some of you, it's meeting that person, the one, your soulmate. For others of you, you're developing some sort of business or some sort of generosity or humanitarian effort. But it needs protection, patience, and trust, so it may continue to develop out of sight from prying eyes, opinionated minds, or jealous saboteurs. In time, the inner development will mature and become ready to emerge above the surface, leading to profound and positive changes. And we have this free will, get out of your cocoon. So I feel as if this is the energy you've been in. Something here has been gestating, whether it's a reconciliation, whether it's a business idea. Okay? Continue on your path and give yourself time and space to feel comforted and nurtured. Dive deep into your inner self, trusting in the quiet, steady determination of the soul will ensure your sacred fulfillment at the best possible time in the best possible way. You are healing. Absolutely. Whoa. All right, Aries. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some messages of love for you. Now, for those of you where this is a romantic situation, we can take this quite literally, but these messages really pertain to whatever situation you are, this is resonating for you. All right, so final messages for Aries, please, for this Mercury retrograde. All right, put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. And again, the relationship with yourself, okay? The King of Pentacles also somebody who works very hard, but he's also put away enough money in a nest egg to enjoy free time, to enjoy time with his family, to take those vacations, okay? To help others. So there's nothing wrong with hard work and some grit here, but it's also about, taking time to enjoy the human experience that we're having. And so many of us need to be reminded of that. All right, and then we get intuition. You already know the answer you seek, and we get that with the 6th chakra. Many of you guys have gotten upgrades to your third eye chakra, so really trust your intuition when you're making decisions, or when you're being called to go somewhere, or to talk to someone, or to send a message. Again, pay attention to your communication, make sure that everybody's clear, but this is really beautiful energy. The water energy as well, when trust your intuition, who you can talk to about certain things. The King of Pentacles, again, he may have a few advisors, trusted people, family members, friends, co-workers, whatever it might be, but he's not going to just trust anybody. So it's not about, seeding sort of any energy of mistrust or paranoia in you, but again, use your intuition about who's in your inner circle and who isn't, okay? And just follow your own guidance. Trust yourself, Aries. You're on the right path. Beautiful things are coming to you. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.